All right, well, here it goes. My prophecy, I feel, has been complete. It sucks. You're looking at a perfect example of what a 40-year-old virgin, what a 40-year-old failure looks like. I don't care what people say, it means nothing to me because that's not the reality. You can say everything you want to say about how you perceive someone or how you think they're doing, but you can't change the reality that they're living. And the reality that I'm living is that I'm fucked. I'm living in a time where without my wife, I'd be living under a bus, be living under a train, under a bridge, whatever analogy, in a van down by the river, right? As Chris Farley used to say. But I don't know what to do. I mean, other than, rob banks or sell drugs. Um, It's just, I mean, you're looking at it. You're looking at what a full blown loser looks like. I have a college degree. I have 10 years of experience in recruiting from everything from healthcare, engineering, niche markets. And I'm working at a job that I was forced to take because 500, 600 applications didn't mean dick. And what did happen is that there's a company that's a startup that, in my honest opinion, can't find anyone with my skill set who will take the wages that they're, you can even call it wages. It's just complete exploitation. It's 1099, so there goes 30% of my check. Yeah, you could say 15%, this and that, but you know what? My wife makes too much money and she's in debt, so she really doesn't make that much money. But to the government, she's rich, you know? She runs out of money before the month's even over. I'm working as a 1099. I'm working under 40 hours, and I'm essentially working at around, I don't know, $18, $20 an hour once you take into account the whole tax situation. So it's getting really dark because every day it's just more confirmation of what I know. There's more people getting laid off. There's more competition in the workplace. There's more people who are willing to do the job at a cheaper rate, and I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, all I can do is just pretend to just, yeah, everything's great. Positive thinking, positive mindset. Until the day is halfway over, you're beat to shit, and all you're left with is your thoughts and the reality that you really have nothing because anything you do have can be taken away at another just moment's notice. Everyone's like, "Oh, your family, your family." I'm taking care of my family. My mom, I moved my mom in because she has dementia, okay? That is like, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, okay? It is just an incredibly terrible experience to go through because you are day by day taking care of someone who is disintegrating in front of you mentally. And that there's all you could do is just make them comfortable and take care of them. And I mean, some days they're not even aware that both their parents are dead, that everything's great, that the same rules applied for them. and they should apply to our generation. And it's you just have to be calm and be like, yeah, well, I know it should be that way, but I don't know. I don't know what the point of this is. But yeah, I mean, what I'm saying what everybody else said. I went to school. I thought I had a job that was in a type of work that would be stable. That you think, oh, companies always need HR. Companies always need to hire people until they don't, because they want to hire. They want to give their complete failure of a C-suite executive team more bonuses. They want to trim the budget. They want their stock price to go up. All of these factors are one and the same. How come management isn't taking a hit, right? They say everything starts at the top, right? So, but no, let's just have less people working. Let's stress out the remaining people here more. Let's stack them with more work, and then we can yell at them when things later aren't going our way, because all we do is think in like 3-month quarters. That's all everything is. Temporary. That's the entire fucking foundation of this company. Short term thinking, 3-month results, and nothing else matters. Yeah, you're rehirable. Don't worry, we'll rehire you in 5 years. Like what am I supposed to do with that? You're rehirable. When? Whenever. I'm making. I have to put 25 to 30% away because I'm going to get fucked by taxes at the end of the year. And the reality is, most of us don't have the ability to save 30% because everything is just squeezing us like a lemon. And everybody has to pay the piper, right? You got to pay your rent, you got to pay the utilities, you got to pay your phone bill. And it's just like, when does it end? When are things supposed to level out? Because the way I see it, corporations are just squeezing us out, just like they squeezed out manufacturing and everything else before that in the bullshit guise of globalization. Well, we can get it done cheaper, and we can get it, and things will break easier. So then, you idiots will have to pay for another item. And it's just, it I'm just sick and tired of just how this country has just forced us to just think of just everything is just spending. That's how you're supposed to get joy and passion. And I don't know. I I could go back to school, and then I could be the same people I see online every day, and some of my friends who have student debt that's going to follow them until they die. And here I thought I was doing the smart thing. I paid for my education in full. I took a loan, I paid it off very quickly. And all that keeps happening, I mean, I know life throws everyone curveballs, but it's just nothing but curveballs. And I just trip out on, would I rather be unemployed versus underemployed? It's a tough pill to think about, because I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm struggling, and everybody else I know either, it's like, you're a lawyer, you're a white hat ethical hacker, you're a recruiter at a DoD company, and everything's fine for you, and you don't care about anything or anyone, it seems like, in your peripheral, because it's not real, because it's not happening to you until it is. And then you're the one who then gets the turn at tasting desperation and trying to figure out what, if anything, you could do to not only survive, but thrive even. I don't know. I'm just I'm just over it. Like when are we gonna get a slice of life? Oh well, you should go back to school, get a master's, get a PhD, start your own business, get a loan, and then what? How are you gonna get a loan if you don't have anything to, back it up with, right? They're not just giving out free loans with no collateralization, no collateralized debt. You can't just get money for nothing. Start a business. Okay, great. That's wonderful. That's I'm not getting much sleep. I don't know what to do. I'm not asking for the internet for answers or for a solution, but uh, I'm just really finding it hard to find the will to just keep going. And I know we're all going through this, so it's not easy. I don't know. Apparently now, if you live 30 minutes away, you're considered a liability because you're going to get burnt out. And I grew up with I'm pretty sure we all grew up with the idea of thinking that everybody's driving at least 30 minutes, for a job. And I don't know what's left when you have nothing, when there is nothing to obtain except just wallowing in your own pity. And I just came from a 3 mile walk. I'm trying to keep myself busy. After I took my dogs for a walk, I still have no idea. Like I have lost all the passion in the things that I used to love, like video games and watching movies and stuff like that. And it just feels like you're losing yourself and you don't even know how to, operate anymore correctly because it's just everything's changed, everything's different, everything's not the same anymore. So what can you do, right? I don't know. I'm just ranting and raving. I know most of you guys have probably left already in the video, but I could really just I wish I could understand how to get out of this, how to do better. And I don't mean, oh, just go get an apprenticeship for 4 years to become a plumber, or go to a for-profit school and drop 20 grand to become an electrician, because you're still going to be squeezed as labor. You're never going to get, unless you own your own business, you're never going to get what you want. And it's just like, I don't know anymore. I mean, what do I do? What can I do? I'm 40. I've already crossed the Rubicon, or whatever, the fucking river, where no one wants to take a chance on me because you're old now, or you want too much money because your experience commands it. Um, I'm just really lost right now, and I'm just trying to just in any way I can pick up the pieces and move forward, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. So imagine trying to feel like better, but you don't know how, you don't know what to do, how to do it. You're like trapped, and it's just very disheartening. All right, well, let's go on to the next clip and see what we can make.